Friday. Welcome to 10 a.m. Tea with Natalie. I hope that you are looking forward to an amazing weekend. I know that I'm going to be getting a bunch of sleep. That's my highest priority to kind of usher in February in a kind of a more comfortable way. So yesterday we started talking about immunity and kind of what low immunity looks like and where your immune system sort of based from. And this week I'm going to talk to you guys about how to support your immunity, how to make it a little bit stronger so that, you get sick less and you feel better more. Because isn't that really the goal? So first things first, let's talk about lifestyle. Number one, most important thing you can do for your immune system is sleep. Vitamin sleep is stronger than any medication, stronger than any herbal formula. It's stronger than everything. Sleep is MVP. Sleep is when your body heals and recovers. So the most important thing you can do is make sure that you're sleeping on a consistent and regular basis, okay? And how much sleep you need is really dependent on what your body's telling you. So if you're waking rested, that means you've gotten enough sleep. As long as you have enough energy to do all the things you need to do every day, that means you're getting enough sleep. If you're not waking rested and you don't have enough energy to do the things you need to do, then that means that you are not rested. Pretty easy and straightforward, right? So listen to your body. What is it telling you? And then give it what it needs. Managing stress is also really, really important. I can't emphasize enough how stress damages the system. And, you're going to keep hearing me say this again and again. Everything is, contingent upon how you're managing your stress. So making sure that you're taking regular breaks at work, making sure that you, are really committed to your stress busting routine is really, really important. Stress weakens your immunity because stress consumes your resources. Okay, so it's, that might be, if you were on the fence of getting sick, being stressed out might be the thing that pushes you over. And there's also this phenomenon of post-finals flu after, a really hard semester and kind of the massive push with finals and, not sleeping very well, then you kind of get sick after. And that's, it's a thing for a reason because stress lowers your immune system. It's also really important to make sure that you're maintaining a healthy weight. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you look like a supermodel in a magazine. It means that you are minimizing your risk for weight-related, obesity-related diseases, okay? So making sure that you're eating nutrients, vitamins, minerals in your food, super duper important in order for, your body to be able to take care of itself. Exercise is also super important. And it's not only about maintaining a healthy weight and having a good caloric burn and, benefiting your heart. The increased breathing with exercise is going to help circulate your lungs, which is going to help, if you have any germs on board, it'll help your immune system kind of catch up with them. It's also important to know that your lymphatic system, which is where your immune system is kind of living, doesn't have a circulation pump. So your blood vessels have your heart to pump the blood throughout the system, but the lymph vessels don't have a pump to help push things through the system. And so in order for your lymph to move, the muscles actually move. So the lymph tubes are basically in the muscle tissues, and as you're kind of running around and doing your things, it's pushing all the lymph fluid through. If you're being sedentary, you're not getting that circulation, and that is how your body is fighting infection, by getting those lymph fluids all throughout the system so that those white blood cells can know that there's a pathogen on board and, make up a plan to kind of deal with that. If you're not exercising, you're not circulating that lymph, and it's preventing that process from being able to occur at its optimum. So it's really, really important for your immunity to make sure you're exercising to keep a healthy weight, to circulate your lungs, and to circulate the lymph fluid. So it's kind of a no-brainer there. You're not going to get away from needing to go on a walk on a daily basis. That's just something you're going to have to build into your life until, you can be a floating head with a robot body. And until then, you're going to have to be doing some exercise. It's also really important not to smoke. Clearly, the inhalation of the toxins related to smoking tobacco, marijuana, and other drugs can damage the lung tissue, which makes it that much harder for it to fight infection. It also stops the function of the cilia. Cilia are the little hairs in the bronchial tract that help to kind of sweep crap out. And so when you smoke, actually, those cilia stop moving. And it takes about an hour after a cigarette for them to kind of start moving again. And I am a former smoker, so I know very well that about every hour is when you have another craving to have a cigarette. So you're basically making it so that your lung tissue can't clean itself out. And when you're having that be the situation, obviously you're going to have an issue with infection there. I think the number two most important thing aside from getting restful sleep is wash your freaking hands. Don't touch your face and don't put stuff in your mouth. Don't put a pen in your mouth. You don't know who touched it last. You don't know if they washed their hands. Please, please, please do not put, regular stuff from your place around in your mouth. Okay? If you're going to touch your eyes, if you're going to touch your nose, then you need to wash your hands first. This is how we get infection into the body. It's also really important to make sure that you're dressing for the weather. So staying warm, okay? If it's cold outside, why are you wearing flip-flops? When you are not dressed for the weather, your body's having to spend its energy keeping you warm instead of working on the pathogens piece. Because again, there's only so much energy in the system to do the things that you need to do. And if you're depleting it by, not dressing well, then that'll lead you up to be, more of a risk for infection. So yeah, don't go outside with wet hair. Not because the wet hair is causing your disease necessarily. Although in Chinese medicine, cold is a pathogen that causes disease. But just kind of thinking of it from the aspect of, in order to maintain your body temperature, your body's going to have to work harder. It's consuming more of your resources, and then less is, available for your immune system. Great. So you're living well, you're doing all these things, and you're still getting sick too much. What do? Supplementation is important, okay? Vitamin C is a really powerful antioxidant that reduces inflammation. It also stimulates your immune cells to function a little bit better. And 25% of adults are deficient in vitamin C, at least. Okay, so adding vitamin C to your routine and having it on a regular basis throughout your illness multiple times a day is going to be really helpful to keep those levels really high. Vitamin C is water soluble, so anything extra is just going to go out in the urine. And so it's something that you need to make sure that you're taking on a regular and consistent basis. B vitamins, however, should be avoided because B vitamins are a building block of energy and metabolism, and germs can also use B vitamins. Okay, so we don't want to be giving them any additional support. Multivitamins also usually contain some B vitamins, so please just avoid those so that you're not having to, work that much harder to kill a germ. Zinc is another one that's really common and popular. It does help to reduce the duration of your illness, and it does help to strengthen your immune system. It is something that's really important for people who are really strict vegetarians, mommies who are breastfeeding, and if you have a history of alcohol consumption or you like to kind of go out on a regular basis, zinc might be something that you're deficient in, and it's something to think about. But be careful with zinc because you can OD, and that would be stomach and mouth irritation. It can change your sense of smell. So nausea and vomiting and stuff like that are probably something you want to avoid. So just take it easy on the zinc. If you're not sure, please ask your provider. It's not up to, it's not your responsibility to figure this out. That's why we went to school for 100 years. So please ask us. We want to help you so that you don't, take the wrong things and hurt yourself there. Vitamin D is also super important. It's kind of correlating that people who are low in vitamin D tend to have a lot more autoimmune stuff going on. Is it the cause of the autoimmunity or is it an effect? Does autoimmunity deplete vitamin D? I don't know. Just take your vitamin D and we'll kind of make sure that we're shoring things up in that way. Vitamin D is also helpful for solid sleep, which is going to be supporting your immune system and just general kind of cellular function there. Magnesium is another one that supports sleep, and it's important for detox and good bowel movements and stuff, and there's a lot of deficiency there as well, so that could be another mineral that may be helpful. Beyond that, if you're actually acutely sick, there are some wonderful products that are on the market to help support you through that. And some of my favorites are Chinese herbs. So there's some classic formulas like Ganmao Ling, and then there's kind of more modern formulas like Blue Poppy's Cold Quell. But my most favorite one is actually this product called Throat Herbal Spray 2. And this is from a company called Golden Lotus, which is located here in Portland. And this is the most badass antiviral herbal formula I have ever used. And if you have taken this, please comment below. I recommend this highly to a lot of my patients, and you guys are very, very regular customers in that way, because this stuff is the shit. Basically, you have to take it a lot because it's food grade, and that's kind of common with any medicine or any herb, plant, food that you're asking to act as medicine. The reason it acts as medicine is because it's at a sky-high dose. Okay, and so what this product does is it basically stops the virus from being able to grow so that it gives your immune system enough time to catch up and get a plan together to kind of get that resolved there. So with the throat spray, this is something that you'd be taking. Sometimes I've taken it every 20 minutes. It depends on how your body is responding. Typically, you want to start this at the very first symptom. So you think like, oh, I think my nostrils getting hot. I think I'm getting that weird headache. I think I feel that, tension in my neck, and I just kind of feel like something might be coming on. Start spraying. And then when the symptoms start to come back again, spray again. So you're really just listening to your body to figure out what the right dosage is for you. And as long as you stay on top of it for, like, I would say 1 out of 20 infections, it wasn't like the most powerful thing, but most of the time I found it to stop things in its tracks if I can get ahead of it. And it definitely shortens the severity and the duration. And so when you're talking about being sick for 3 days instead of 5 days, that matters. Especially when you're burning up all your PTO because you're sick and you were trying to save it to go on vacation and do something fun. The quality of life stuff is super duper important there. So throat herbal spray, spraying at your throat is one of my most favorite products. If you need some, let me know. I always have it on hand in the office. I buy it in copious amounts because it's just something I'm never without. There's also some really great herbal cough drops. These are available at New Seasons. I also carry them in my office. Again, Golden Lotus. It's a great company. And these are super good tasting. They stop the cough and the tickle and the sore throat, and they also treat the virus at the same time. It's kind of a no-brainer. Why would you take Halls, which is just suppressing and putting chemicals in your body, when you could take something that's going to help with the virus and the symptoms? Right? This is another thing I sell out a lot. Alrighty. Beyond that, we also have some great Western herbs. Elderberry is one, and I got a question actually yesterday about elderberry safety. Elderberry is fine as long as it is cooked. You do not want to eat them off the tree. You do not want to eat the sticks and the leaves because it will cause a condition called sudden turmoil disorder, where you are puking and shitting at the same time, and that is not something that you want. So please only use elderberry when you're seeing it in, prepared products. Don't go pick it off a tree. That's really not the recommendation there. Echinacea, raw garlic, ginger, astragalus. These are all really potent herbs that can help to support your immune system to get this infection under control. So there's a lot of things that are widely available. If you're not sure which ones you should take, again, check with your provider. New Seasons is not a doctor. Just because they have it on the shelf doesn't mean it's right for you. So, use a little common sense and take care of yourself there. And I just wanted to let you know, anybody who comes into my office and mentions 10 a.m. tea, I have created a wonderful present for you. This is essential oil infused Epsom salt, and it is kind of my own custom blend of amazingness. And if you come in and mention that you've been watching 10 a.m. tea, I will give you enough for a bath for free. And, just as my little gift for your support. Also, if you need to, kind of have more 10 a.m. tea at your fingertips, definitely sign up for my newsletter. It's on the left side of my business Facebook page here. Newsletter sign up button. Definitely click on that so you can get the highlights of the week right to your inbox. And if you think that someone could benefit from this, one of your friends or family members is just having a hard time and they're sick a lot, share this, tag them, let them know that there are options available. Nobody needs to suffer needlessly, okay? So have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself. Get lots of sleep. Drink your water. Go for a walk. And I will catch up with you again on Monday. 10 a.m. tea with Natalie, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Take care.